the last step of your project, we're going to add some icons to represent the person that you interviewed through some symbols. And we're going to get those really quick from a great website called the Noun Project. So before I walk away from my image here, I'm going to go under File and Inkscape and hit Save and save everything. Then I'm going to go to a browser. I like Chrome. And I'm going to go to a website called thenounproject.com. And basically, the Noun Project is a really cool site. It's a bunch of designers who said that I want an icon for everything, and I want them to be vectors so that I can put them on maps and in other kinds of cut drawings. And they're pretty simple. So I'm going to go to Login, and I have created a login for you guys to all share and use. And basically, it's RMS for Ravenswood Middle School Maker 18 at gmail.com. And the password is little p, at, little s, two s's, w, and then a 0 instead of an O, RD. It's pretty simple. So now you're in, you see the little icon, you know you're in. So things that I know about Mr. Hicks and I want to put into my sign is that he has a makerspace. So let's see that makerspace is a noun. And let's see if there's any sort of good, oh yes, this is awesome. I like this. Well, I actually kind of want to add some color to my thing because we're going to do it on a color printer. And I've got him as black and white, but I think that I can change the color right here and hit download, SVG, and put that in my documents. And I'm going to change it to something I know and hit save. And I've already downloaded this once before, but it's okay. So then it's there, right? And then maybe I'm going to do one more, right? So I think that I like Mr. Hicks because he's full of sarcasm, right? He's kind of gives me eye sometimes, kind of gives me a look like, oh, a wink, or he's just giving me, doesn't get, oh, I like this one. He's kind of snarky, right? And maybe I want that one to be happy and be yellow. I'm going to click on that and then hit download. And I want to do SVG, and I want to do Creative Commons because I'm not going to make any money off of it, and I'm going to put it in my documents, and I'm going to call it Sarcasm SVG and save it, right? So now I've got my icon, and then you can kind of say who made it, Thomas. Thanks, Thomas. Right, so now we're going to go back to Inkscape. So I click back on that window, or I find it here in the taskbar, and I go back here. And now I want to make sure that I'm going to add a layer over here on the right, add a layer. So this is going to be icons and hit add. So now it's going to be right on top. I'm also going to live on that layer. And then I'm going to go file, import, the same way we did with the photo, right? I'm going to go to documents. I'm going to find the two that I want, right? Well, let's see if it lets me do both at once. No. So I'm just going to do Makerspace first and say open. And it's still black because we didn't pay. But that's okay. We can change the color in here. So I just clicked on it with the selection tool and moved it around, right? And if I wanted to resize it, remember you just kind of click on here and you use these things. But I'm going to lock it because I want it to stay proportional, right? So I'm going to click on the green and kind of drag it. That looks awesome, right? But maybe I want it to be a different color, right? I actually want it to be the gray of one of my gray tones. I think I want it to be the gray of 170, which is the darker gray, or the lighter gray. I'm right. It's the lighter gray. 170 is the lighter gray. There it is, right? So there's one icon, right? I saved that. I changed it. So I'm going to go here and do File, Import again. I'm going to go find his other force of strength, sarcasm. And because I'm on that icons layer, it's over there, I can kind of move it around, right? And actually, some of them, they kind of come through with the credit on them. So I just double click on them and delete them for now. If we were going to make money or publish this somewhere, I would grab those and thank them, but we don't need to do that today. So there, he's full of sarcasm. And I'm going to resize this because I want it bigger. Right, and then I click on it, and I can kind of rotate it if I wanted. I don't think, do I need to rotate it? Maybe it's a little cuter. Ah, yes, if I rotated it. All right, And then maybe I don't like that that's black. So I clicked on that again. I go over here to the fill and stroke window. I change this to a solid color, and maybe I want it that lighter color, or maybe I want it a little bit different. So maybe I want to get it back to 85. So it's the darker. It's a little dark. Or maybe I just change it in here. So remember, those are the 3 shades. You want to bring back the cheat window? I can do that. Here it is. 4 colors, right? Those are the 4 colors I got. 2 shades of gray, black and white. Okay. And so now I have the 2 things. That's kind of cool. And maybe that's cool for me, but maybe I like the Shepard Fairey kind of repeated thing. So I think that he's full of makerspace stuff, but maybe his sarcasm is a lot, right? So the way I'm going to do that is, you guys learned this when we did the frame, but you're going to duplicate it. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to say Control D to duplicate, and it's right on top. So I'm going to click again and kind of see that it's duplicated. But I think it'd be funnier if there was more than one. So I'm going to click on that and maybe make one a little smaller. Right, and maybe I'm going to do Control D again and duplicate again. Make this one a little smaller. All right. So to me, because I do it 3 times at 3 different speeds, it makes me think that I'm trying to say he's really, really, really sarcastic, right? In a good way. Right? So I like this. This is awesome. I think this to me gives some symbols of what he's like, and it gives me the look and feel of Shepard Fairey because it's 3 monochromatic colors, and you've got 2 different icons. So the last thing you always do is hit save, and then also you want to do save as and save it as a PDF under here, under your settings, and that's what you're going to send to Mr. Hicks to print, right? With your name on it of the person, or your name and portrait, and hit save. Thanks for making, guys.